A Washington Post reporter held prisoner in Iran since 2014 made his first appearance since being released. Jason Rezaian waved to cameras briefly before walking back into the medical center. He's in Germany right now being evaluated before returning to the U.S.
The Washington Post released a written statement by Rezaian, which reads in part, "I want to get back to writing the U.S.-Iran story at some point in the future, but I won't be saying anything further for a while. I hope everyone will respect my need for privacy as I take some time for myself and for my family. For now, I want to catch up with what's been going on in the world, watch a Warriors game or two, and see the Star Wars movie."
We spoke to Elizabeth Palmer earlier, who is in Landstuhl, Germany, and was there when Rezaian made his first public appearance.
We know Jason. We were friends before he was taken, and of course we'd all love to hear his story. I'd love to sit down with him, give him a big hug, but he is cocooned. He probably needs the space. You probably saw his mother couldn't have had a bigger smile. He looked a little solemn. I can imagine this may be just overwhelming.
Yeah, Liz, it's interesting, we saw yesterday, of course, the former U.S. Marine Amir Hekmati make an appearance. He also talked to cameras yesterday as well. I know you were there for that, but what do we know about what it is that Jason Rezaian faced? Remind us again of the circumstances of his captivity. He was held by Iran for almost 18 months.
He went to Iran as a reporter some years ago. His father was Iranian. His mother is from California, and the family is based in California. But he decided he wanted to go back to Iran to try and explain Iran to America. It's a country that his family had loved, its civilization, its food, all that sort of thing. And he did a lot of work for the Washington Post. He even did a little work for us here at CBS. And it was always in this vein of trying to bring Iran, the real Iran, not that very dour official Iran, but the real Iran to America. And then out of the blue, in July 2014, he was picked up. For a long time, it wasn't clear what the charges were against him. And then they seemed to coalesce around some vague charge of spying. He had several court appearances. It was all in camera. Nobody was able to observe the hearings. And at the time he was released, the judiciary was long overdue in delivering a sentence, but it never came. He was toward the end of his sentence, he was able to talk to his wife and his mother regularly. In fact, he had visits with his mom, and he had a weekly phone call with his wife. But the stress of not knowing how long he was going to be stuck in this kind of weird limbo must have been really, really huge and just draining.
And Liz, what is next? Where does he go from here?
Where does he go from here? He will go back to the United States. I expect that we'll probably see a huge feature article or maybe even a series in the Washington Post. That was his employer at the time that he was arrested, and he was in the process of thinking of going to the States, or at least spending a lot more time there with his Iranian wife Yegana that you saw there. So I expect that they'll set up house in the U.S. now and begin what amounts to a new life together in America.
All right, Elizabeth Palmer reporting from Landstuhl Regional Medical Center in Germany. Liz, thank you.